Deion Sanders and Larry Brown. So 2 cornerbacks for the Cowboys.
Wait. What?
I'll show you.
Like one of those fucking
Here.
Frank Lloyd Wright or whatever they are. Like not Frank Lloyd Wright. Fucking. No, that's weird.
Yeah, it was on my doorstep today.
That's weird. Like you have a stalker. It's that picture today. It's like a dead animal wearing a Cowboys jersey tomorrow.
I don't get it. It was on my doorstep.
I don't know what to tell you. Other than
Babe, are you tweeting for us?
you're weird.
I haven't said anything yet.
Mic check, bro.
Check. 1.
Did you join the thing yet?
Who? Oh, no, not yet. You?
I haven't done shit since I got home because I've been so busy. I watched Ren and Logan and Harper. Because Adam watched them. Adam and Rachel watched them on Saturday, and we're like, oh, he was just like, we'll hit you up whenever he needs to watch them, and he wanted to go get his haircut, so I watched the 3 of them while he did that, and I actually kind of forgot I was supposed to do that.
Oh, we're lying.
So there was a lot of stuff I had to do, and then Adam went to go vote.
Yeah.
So our school can get a new football stadium and stuff.
You beat me to it. Holy shit, you got into that thing. Oh, when you were gone, I thought of 6 questions.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I only have 3. It's not nice. By the way, I'm sorry for the delay.
It's okay,
I
man.
apologize to you. I apologize to Emily. I apologize to no one.
What? Okay.
Besides you and Emily. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, just
Chavez.
do it, dog.
Wait, let me check your labs.
Checking the labs.
Check.
Hey, guys. Checking labs, dog.
Okay.
DJ.
Before you. Radio Rack. Ready? Yeah. I'm gonna pull up our fantasy stuff. I want to talk about our games.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
Hey, party people.
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on, Juice Nation?
What up?
This is Nick.
And Jesse.
Oh, timed it out right.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk football.
Football.
Week 2 is upon us. We just finished week 1. And it was a great week 1 of game.
It was a regular smorgasbord of football.
Yeah. As you can see, Jesse, well, if you're watching us, Jesse's wearing a Vikings jersey and I'm wearing a Cowboys jersey.
Yep, which can only mean one thing.
They won.
Double wins, brah. Minus slightly ironic.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Jesse is wearing an Adrian Peterson Vikings jersey.
First of all, let me explain that my lovely wife purchased this for me, bro. And and I love it because it's like an authentic jersey.
Yeah.
But then the S kind of hit the F.
Was this all before the child beating?
I think it was like in a plan. It was in the works. Although it is one of the newer styles, so I was just trying to think about it in my head, like.
No,
what
that
was-
yeah, the newer styles came out before the Child B.
So like yeah, and then I was like, oh neat, oh crap,
Yeah.
damn it. But to be honest, I would still have to say that if you take all of that out, which is hard to do, Adrian Peterson is still an amazing Viking, probably the best. I mean,
Yeah.
is the best running back we've ever had, and probably one of the best of all time. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I
don't
still
disagree.
want to wear this. And when he retires as a Viking, probably on a one-day thing, once he finally realizes that he's not going to have 2,000 yards this year, then we will. Then he'll come and it'll all be good again.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? I think we have a visitor. No, not that visitor yet. Oh, Tony
No, I
Nolan's
saw him over
here.
there. I know you're trying to hide him from me, but I saw him over there.
He's just gonna sit with us and enjoy the podcast. He was just amped up about the Cowboys victory, man.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you dog.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because in a Vikings victory, there's only one drink that you can possibly have, and that is. Heyo, Skullberry wine.
Oh, that was a nice jingle.
I wrote the jingle. Well, I mean, I wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
The other stuff is obviously by a band that I'm not going to name. We'll just call him Zed Leplin for now.
Oh.
But it wasn't, though. It technically wasn't.
Any relation to Ned Fleplin?
Nope.
Oh. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Oh. I'm going with the red black cherry ale. I just like this stuff, man.
Speaking of which, ooh, that's not bad. If you
Did you have
would,
ice in that?
no,
Okay, I thought I heard it.
oh, it tinked on my
Oh.
thing. But if you would like to pick out a victory drink,
Yeah.
and you want me to make a little jingle out of it, then let me know.
Oh.
Or if you want to.
I'm too inconsistent with what I'm drinking.
Oh, and I'm not.
Point.
But I did say that I have probably, well, no, I definitely have enough bottles of Skullberry wine to be able to drink for the amount of wins that we'll have this year, even if
So
it's all 16
So you got
wins,
6
even
bottles.
if it's 18,
You got 6 bottles then?
and a lot more than that for when they win a lot more than that.
Maybe
You
8.
jerk, you freaking jerk.
Oh, so should we hit up some news?
Yeah, how about we do that? If we don't do that, then we won't. So then we should.
Okay, dog. Eric Reed tore his Achilles. Oh no, sorry, ruptured
What?
his Achilles.
Who?
Eric Reed. Eric
Eric
Berry.
Berry?
Sorry,
oh
Eric
my
Berry.
God. I was like, who's Eric Reed and why did I miss this? I'm like,
Eric
who?
Berry. My
And
bad.
what?
Eric Berry.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because he just came back from cancer for freak's sake.
He was so he had also like shut down Gronk and that whole game, and then he ruptured his Achilles.
Well, he's amazing.
Yeah, that is a huge blow to the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, it is. That does suck. But they did have a pretty good game, so we'll get into that a little bit later. David Johnson is out 2 to 3 months with a wrist surgery that he's going to have to get surgery on.
Yeah. What?
Wrist
A wrist
injury
Yep.
that he's going to have surgery on.
That's
so
rough.
that is rough. So I guess the Cardinals won't have a win for 2 to 3
We don't
months.
have the Cardinals on our list of games to talk about, right?
Jenga. Yeah, I do. I have them.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You want to fight about it?
No,
No, because it was a Detroit.
no, I was just gonna say
Detroit
that like they didn't look good anyway,
Yeah, we'll talk about
and
it.
then losing Johnson isn't gonna help their case at all.
No. Speaking of not helping cases, Zach Strief will miss time with an MCL sprain that he got versus in the Vikings New Orleans game.
How long is he gonna be out for that one? Is that like 4 to 6 weeks?
I don't know. I
Or a
didn't
couple weeks?
actually get that piece of information. I haven't seen that yet.
Allen Robinson tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And
what I
then
was
didn't Allen
forgetting.
Hurns go down with an injury too?
Oh, I don't know.
But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just Allen
He
Robinson.
took a pretty big hit when I saw a little bit. Oh, by the way, Nick and I separately got Red Zone Channel this year, and it was a glorious Sunday.
Jesse, you had no
Oh.
idea how much I was enjoying my Sunday. We were watching the exact same thing and texting each other back and forth and having a legit we could have podcasted during these games. It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh man, it was amazing.
I had such a good time. I didn't do anything Sunday.
Yeah, no, me either, and I have 2 kids, so that's saying something.
There were points, Jesse, during the afternoon games, of course, because all those first games were great. During the later games, I did start to doze off on the couch.
Yeah, that happened to me. When was that? Oh gosh, what was that? I dozed. I don't remember. I think it might have been the Thursday night football game. What game was Thursday night football?
Chiefs, Patriots. I was here.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you guys left, I did the mistake of laying down on the couch,
Yeah.
and then I was in the 4th quarter at the beginning, and then it was the post game interviews, and I was like, well, missed that. Gotta suck too because it was a good game.
It was a good game, and we're gonna talk about that one
From
too.
what I saw, yeah. Stefan Tuitt, who is a defensive end for Pittsburgh, has a biceps injury.
I was wrong. Allen Hurns did not go down with an injury. He's actually just expected to be now the new number 1.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. That kind of makes me think that the Jags, even though they had a good game, will probably not be as good. Well, I mean, they lost their number 1 wide receiver, even though he was struggling.
I don't know, but they didn't win that game on offense. They won that game because of defense, and then they gave the ball to Leonard Fournette 29 times. Fournette or Flournette? Fournette.
4.
So everybody was talking about how he broke 100 yards. I think he got 102 yards or something like that.
Mhm.
They gave him the ball 29 times.
Yeah.
Like, fall forward for 3 yards. You're gonna get 100 yards if you get the ball 29 times.
Yeah, I mean, definitely fed him a lot. Well, I mean, 29 times he got 102 yards, so that's like just
It's like
slightly over 2.9.
No, it's like 3.4 yards per carry.
What?
3 times 3. Like if it's
Yeah, but at 100, if you just take the 2 off, it would be 2.9. So adding 2 yards wouldn't make it 3 something.
what? No. So if it would be 3 yards per carry because rounding up that 29 carries, 30 carries. If you do 30 times 3, that's 90. So then you have to add 0.3 to each of that because 30.3 times 3 would be well, actually that'd only be like 91. 33. Yeah, 3.3 yards, about 3.4 yards per carry.
0.2 divided by 2.9. There's calculators. 3.517.
Oh, okay.
So
So
blew it.
I was off by 0.1 yard.
You freaking blew it, dude. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I should.
So, I saw a little. So I don't think we're going to talk about the San Diego Denver game, right?
No.
But I saw a little snippet of news that said, what?
Los Angeles.
Oh God. So you tweeted? Did you tweet?
the
saying-
ref
said San Diego.
the first time out, the ref went up and goes, first charge timeout, San Diego.
Well, that's what's funny about that is I was telling Emily this earlier that you tweeted that, and I looked at it. I'm like, what's that even mean? Like, what are you tweeting? Like, what are you tweeting? Because it looked exactly right to me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't catch it until today.
I didn't catch it either until he said it, and I was like, huh. Oh.
I'm gonna do that, and I think I already said this last week. I'm gonna do that every single episode of this episode this season. There's no way I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I can't help it.
I completely agree. And
Los Angeles Chargers sound so stupid.
Mm-hmm. So,
So anyway, Vance Joseph, the head coach of the Broncos, said that he knew that their kicker Koo, Young Ho Koo, kicks low over the B gap. And so what they did was they specifically aimed for the B gap and jumped high in the B gap and it blocked the kick.
Really?
So he said he noticed that about his kicking, and that's how they blocked it.
Wow, Vance Joseph.
Yeah, no kidding. That's if that's true, and that actually, and that's the way it happened. That is impressive.
Yeah.
So
Trevor Simeon looks pretty decent.
yeah. Let's see. Also, I don't know. Anyway. So we we should do.
Actually, is Brandon here? I guess he had a late game.
No, he's not here because he's probably in Vegas spending all that money.
Yeah, he did just get paid.
Yeah, he got paid. Well, kicker paid.
Yeah.
What did he get, like 4-year extension for $4 million or something? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it. I figured he would be here like yelling at us about it and like poking me in the back of the head with a stick. Well, yelling like,
Brandon.
Huh? That's me, Brandon. I got the money. Anyway, let's do it.
It's the Brandon McManus Man of the Hour with me, Brandon McManus.
Thank you, Brandon, for phoning that one in.
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Who is your behemoth?
So the two of us discussed this a little bit earlier today, and I still feel like you could have a handful of people. A lot of people would probably be like automatically like Kareem Hunt, but I think I'm gonna go T.J. Watt.
Oh, that's real freaking nice.
Right. I thought so.
You knew that's who I was gonna pick, Kareem Hunt. He was like, "Oh, a lot of people could go, like."
Oh,
Kareem
I
Hunt."
didn't know.
But I told you earlier.
No, you said no.
Oh,
You're like
freaking jerk.
no, because we were talking about like I was like, oh, what you heard of like Alex Smith or Kareem Hunt?
No,
like,
that's not how I said it.
that's exactly how you said it.
No, I was trying to think of who you were gonna say, and I wasn't saying it like a jerk off, like you're being a jerk owl.
Well,
You freaking jerk owl. Fine.
what's the jerk?
I
off?
give it. This is Alf. This is a puppet. He eats cats.
Oh. T.J. Watt had 2 sacks, 7 assisted tackles, 7 combined tackles, 1 interception.
That's pretty good for a rook
Yeah,
opening day.
and he got defensive rookie of the week.
That's
Sorry,
true.
yeah, the NFL defensive rookie of the week.
Well, then I can assume that my player that I picked, who sucks, according to Nick,
I didn't say
I could have picked Stephon Diggs. I could have picked Adam Thielen. I could have picked Dalvin Cook. I could have picked Sam
I
Bradford. I
appreciate
could
you
have picked
not.
the entire O-line of the Vikings.
No, you shouldn't have.
Why?
Not the offensive line.
Why?
We'll talk about it when we talk about the game.
No, you talking about right now, you
No.
son of a bitch.
No, you who's your
will.
who's your man of
kill
the
you.
hour? People are just gonna hear mics get hit out of the way, and we're gonna just start slap fighting. I'll kill you.
I picked Kareem Hunt because he's a rookie, and he didn't even think he was going to play that much.
Yeah.
And Spencer Ware went down in his debut. He got 17 rushes, only 17 rushes, I would say, for 148 yards and 1 touchdown. And then, as if it wasn't enough, he got 5 receiving yards or touches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. 41 points.
He did
in
have
fantasy.
a fumble on his
His first carry.
His first carry had a fumble.
Of all time, his
Yeah.
first carry, and then he goes on to have that kind of game. I
Yeah.
think that makes it even more.
No, I know.
impressive.
Again, like I just wanted to go with. I wanted to kind of go on the defensive side because I don't know how often we'll be able to say that T.J. Watt was the man of the hour. He was just everywhere. He terrorized. And I get that it was the Browns, but I like that you picked an offensive player. I picked a defensive player. I would have
Well,
picked Kareem Hunt. I
And
would
could
have
you
picked.
imagine how many fantasy? Well, I mean, what do you lose for a fumble? Like 2?
1 point.
So he would have had 42 fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
And like, and of all your Vikings players, you said the only Vikings player I would have nominated for this would have been Sam Bradford because they won because of Sam Bradford.
And why could he make those throws, Nick?
Because of the quick release.
Nick, listen to me.
Hey, maybe we should talk about this when we
And
talk about the
listen to
game.
what I said last year, all last year.
Yeah,
Why couldn't he make throws like that last year?
he was making throws like that last
No,
year.
he wasn't.
There were just shorter throws. They were quicker. Like
No,
now,
no,
his
no,
offensive
no,
line
no,
is
no,
improved,
no,
yes,
no, no,
but he's improved. Like his release time was quicker than it was last
Did you see
year. It
Pat
looks like.
Elfline on that Cook run at the very end? He was 20 yards downfield in front of Cook, blasting people
Yes,
out
your
of the way.
offensive line has gotten better, but
Exactly.
I think Sam Bradford was
Man of the hour.
Sam Bradford was the
Vikings offensive line.
no. Sam Bradford, I think, was the best part of the Vikings last night, and
I don't disagree with you on that fact.
like the offensive line. It has definitely improved from last year.
But there's no way you could have taken him playing that well with last year's offensive line. It would have just never happened.
Probably not, but
Because
I just think he's
Even though
playing
it
better
was,
than.
even though it was minuscule, it was more time, and that exact amount of time that he needed
Mhm.
to make those kind of throws to get people downfield.
Yeah, if he gets I think I only saw him get
Snipper?
sacked once,
Right?
right?
Goddamn court snipper.
I saw him only get sacked once, right?
Yeah.
So like, if he has time, I mean, I don't know. It
Well,
makes me feel bad for Teddy
Well, yeah, that's another thing.
because how do you have a game like that, and if you keep that up, how do you replace Bradford?
Right? No, you're right. I mean,
I feel bad for Teddy.
you know, it's a real good problem to have, but at the same time, I wish we didn't have it.
Yeah. Because I always hate when players lose their job to injury, but like with Teddy's case, I mean, you're out a whole season, and now the beginning of the season.
First of all, you don't really know what you have in Teddy, and with the injury and all
Yeah.
that stuff, you come back. It's the same situation that you were in last year, or
Yeah.
this year. Was it this year? Yeah,
Last year.
this year. No, technically this year, because Tony could come back.
Oh, he's not coming
could
back.
have come back this year, but he didn't because Dak kind of just replaced him.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the same, except for Teddy's, and they're both active players.
Plus, I also think we'll never see Tony Romo in uniform again. Not
I don't
after.
think so. No.
Not after Sunday.
No.
He killed it,
He
man.
loved it.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't even know he was doing that game. And then they never went back to it. After you said, oh, it was that Oakland, Tennessee
really?
game. And then they really never went back to it. So I couldn't, like...
So they kept going back to it when I was watching, and it just sounded like Jim Nantz sounded reinvigorated and sounded like he was having fun again. And Tony Romo was just like, "Oh boy, look at this!"
Well,
Like,
was it because
great.
he's with, like, wet blanket Phil Simms, like,
Yeah,
forever?
and it was funny. Last year, towards like Phil Simms, it sounded like they started bickering and fighting with each other.
Right. It's kind of like when Pat Summerall started to get those dead eyes towards the end of the Madden's
Yeah.
career. He's like, yeah, John, that is a hot dog vendor in the stands.
Hey, Snorlax play
Kill
games.
me.
Hello to you as well.
Hey,
Pokemon fan?
he likes Pokemans.
Snorlax is a Pokemon.
Oh,
He
thanks.
likes Pokemans.
Emily's telling me that Snorlax is a Pokemon.
I knew it was a Pokemans.
I,
He's the big kitty cat. Snores.
He's a lazy Snorlax.
But welcome.
So, sorry, we've also got a little bit of other news. We got a little
Oh, I don't have
sidetracked.
anything else.
Ronald Darby,
No.
he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a dislocated ankle. He's the
Yeah,
one
that's
that
too
the
bad.
Vikings traded for Jordan Matthews, I think.
The Vikings?
Sorry, the Eagles.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. The Vikings traded for Tremaine Brock.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
He didn't play either.
He was out. He was inactive.
But he'll be back. That was kind of a weird one, I thought.
Do you know Darren McFadden was inactive for the Cowboys game?
I don't know he was inactive. I knew that Alfred Morris was.
He was the
sitting
number
down.
2, but McFadden was inactive.
Oh, that's weird.
Snorlax plays games. Ask you like the Miami Dolphins. I think the Miami Dolphins have a lot of potential, and after the Patriots game, I think has a chance to win that division now.
I wouldn't say that, but I don't. Here's the thing. It's tough for me because I'm a Vikings fan, and Jay Cutler was with Bear for a while, and I don't really like Jay Cutler, but I do think that this is a good fit for him, and I do think the Dolphins will be good this year.
I think for some reason I just feel like he's like I feel like Ryan Tannehill is no more, and now Jay Cutler is going to be a Miami Dolphin.
That could be. And here's another thing about the Dolphins that I think, I think I like Jay Cutler now better
Yeah,
because he's not a Bear. And
yeah.
now I can be like, what? He's just down there. That's fine. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like their chances.
I mean, so I feel like they might need some better wide receivers, like weapons.
But Devontae Parker, Jarvis Landry, I mean, that's good.
But Jarvis Landry is like a glorified slot guy.
Well,
They got Kenny Stills, I guess.
No, I mean he's a 3 on there, I would say. Or
But I just
2
don't
or
think
3.
they have a big like.
Who's their
Do they
They have a
have-
good tight end, right? Who's their tight end? Why can I?
They
think
have
of this?
Julius Thomas now, right?
Yeah, he can be good.
So,
But you got Jay Ajayi.
But where they're good, I think, is going to be their defense and Jay Ajayi.
They're gonna run it, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be I think it'll be interesting.
Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It should be interesting.
Sorry, another injury news. Rookie linebacker for the Niners, Reuben Foster, has a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
And the Eagles kicker, Caleb Sturgis, is now on IR.
Really?
With a leg injury.
Okay, so similar but not. Sebastian Janikowski is on IR,
With a back injury.
right?
Yep.
Who's this?
The kid that came out and made Janikowski look like he's going to lose a job.
Yeah, but where did he get him?
I don't know.
Talvecchio. Giorgio Talvecchio is who was doing it. But they brought in Josh Lambo, Marshall Kane,
Mm-hmm.
and someone else that I can't think of. But this guy, I didn't even know if he was in that group, but he got the job because I was like, oh, he must be their punter. But then I'm like, no, it's not, because that's Marquette King.
I feel like he was on the practice squad or something.
You don't put a kicker on the practice squad.
I don't know. I don't know.
He
I
must
don't know
have-
where he
He
came
must have
from.
been like a rookie, right? Like an undrafted rookie.
That's what I figured.
I have no idea.
He did
what this-
well.
This fella-
He did
Oh,
really
he killed
well.
it.
Yeah.
He killed it. It was awesome. I thought. But
Mhm.
go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say Kevin White's back on IR
Oh God.
with
Why
a broken
don't they just
shoulder.
cut their losses?
I don't know.
I thought it was collarbone.
I thought it was shoulder.
I thought he broke.
Fractured scapula.
Scap.
broken
Oh,
shoulder
that's-
blade.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. That sounds.
That dude is
painful.
brittle.
Brittle bones. Too.
Oh, he's drinking the old baby J.
So you need some of that anti-BBJ. Oh, anti-BBJ juice.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Whoa, that's tough.
Snorlax Plays Games asks us, do you guys think the 49ers have a potential
Winning
winning the next two or
1 year's
what?
what? Within. Do you guys think the 49ers have a potential within the next 2 or 1 years making it to the Super Bowl playoffs? No.
No. Playoffs maybe in the 2 years.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They got
Because
a lot
Seattle's
to do.
offense looked bad.
Here's some things that I think have to happen. They have to get Kirk Cousins, or
Yeah.
C.J. Beathard has to develop into a starting quarterback because they're not going to do it. with
Hoyer's not the
Hoyer.
answer. Like so
Hoyer's never the
Hoyer always seems like the answer. He's not, but he always seems like the answer for the first like 6 or 8 weeks. Everybody's like, why hasn't Brian Hoyer started before now?
Yeah,
It's because like he always does really well and then shits the bed.
yeah, like it happened in Houston. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Like it happens
Happened in
everywhere he
Cleveland.
goes. Yeah.
Like it happened in Chicago. He lost. Sure, he got injured, but then he eventually pretty much got beat out by Barkley, but he also got injured. So Chicago's
Yeah,
bad.
Barkley's not even on a team right now.
No. So like it's really a matter before it's only a matter of time before Beathard beats him for the job.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because Kirk Cousins is tanking with the Redskins so he can play for the Niners.
Oh, is that a
Kyle
quick
Shanahan.
take?
Oh, that would
Did you
be a
s-
quick question. A good.
Are you done with news? I kind of want to get into these quick hits.
I know.
Or knee jerks.
knee jerks.
QHs, a little bit of KJs.
Oh, and I've got 2 more. Danny Woodhead is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks with a hamstring injury.
I thought he was already injured. That's why everyone was picking up Terrence West. But apparently, no, he was injured.
He was injured,
Oh,
came
last
back,
year.
got injured again.
Ugh, Danny.
And then C.J.
Oh.
Fedorowicz, the leading receiver for the Texans, is now on IR
Get this.
with concussion.
Every single tight end on Houston got a concussion
Yeah,
on that game.
yeah.
Every single one of them.
They're incredibly thin at wide receiver.
And that sucks for CJ Fedorowicz because
Yeah.
he was great last year and he's from Iowa, which
Yep.
is neat. Oh, that's always neat. And he was going to have a good year again this year, I thought. But wait, what was his injury?
Concussion. He got 2
On
concussions
IR?
in the last few weeks.
Oh, God. Everyone should be wearing those new. I would like to see how
Oh,
many concussions were
yeah.
in that game for because KC was wearing them, and I also want to know what other teams were wearing them and if anyone got one.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that too.
Anyway, what I'm talking about is during the months ago during the podcasts, I had previously seen like this video about this new type of helmet that's coming out that has a new technology in it that lessens the hits on the heads of the people that get hit. So it's like kind of a new technology for helmets to lessen the blows for all these hits. And I heard that people were going to be using them in the preseason. And during the New England Kansas City game, they showed the same video that I saw, and it was, like the new technology or whatever. So I'm curious to know how many other teams are doing this or wearing these special helmets, and like if the concussion rate is already gone down or not.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we won't know until like further on in the season. But.
Yeah.
The helmets are brand new. Most of the teams are interested. And
Emily is saying that the
collegiate
helmets are
teams
brand new and
interested.
most of the teams are interested, and then something else because I was talking over and I couldn't hear.
Collegiate teams are
Collegiate
interested,
teams are interested,
but
but
mostly
mostly they're focusing on the elite
level.
play level.
Like the NFL.
Yeah. Like
So
that.
yeah.
So you look pretty over there, Dollface.
And that's on record. That's canon, everyone.
Deborah. Okay.
How about we do this? Knee-jerk, quack, reactions.
Bill,
Nice. That wasn't bad. You know, I was actually thinking about what we could do for knee-jerk reactions, and I was talking about like knee-jerk reactions. Let's go, you prick! Where we would do like jerks to each other.
Let's get her done, you stupid bitch.
So I thought about this over the weekend while watching games, and whoa, you look terrifying in that robe. Anyway, I was thinking while watching the Patriots game, I was thinking, and I was like, huh. And I just started getting like knee-jerk thought reactions, and I'd be like, because that's what ESPN does. ESPN, like, something happens, and they're just like,
No.
oh.
That's not what ESPN does. That's what we do.
It's true. ESPN just hires Hank Williams Jr. back after a racist rant 5
and
years
nobody
ago.
remembers the racism anymore. It's
Did-
okay to bring it
Did
back.
you see that crap? He was back in the beginning.
No, I didn't see it, but I heard it because I was like doing stuff. But then I'm like, I figured I was in the kitchen. I didn't go. I heard it, and I didn't go out to see who it was because I'm like, oh, they just hired some other country jerk off to do it.
Yeah.
But then I heard you say something about. I'm like, wow, they actually brought him
Yeah.
back.
So like I was watching it, and that went on. I was like, wait, is that Hank Williams Jr.? I called Scott, and Scott goes, yeah, that's friggin' Hank Williams Jr. And we complained about that for a
Russell
little bit.
before.
That's 'cause-
Snorlax plays games. Do you guys think Mike Vick can still play? He can't.
No. He's done. He was done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, he's done. Snorlax, curiosity here. Where do you hail from?
Where do you hail from?
Yeah, like you in the United States. You don't have to say specifics or anything. Just you in the United States, or.
I'm curious about the Mike Vick thing.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm because I'm wondering if just curiosity. If you don't have to, you don't have to answer if you don't.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I was just thinking.
I was drinking. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, curious that you asked about Mike Vick and not Colin Kaepernick, like, because I'd rather have Kaepernick play for my team than
Well,
Mike
that's
Vick.
definitely. Oh, that should be a thing. Oh, knee jerk reactions. Sorry, that's a thing.
Okay. Oh.
Oh,
Emily has a bell right there to keep us
I
on.
gave Emily that bell. That was a bad idea. Instant regret.
Snorlax, I take it you're a Dolphins fan? Oh, Florida. Oh, are you okay in Florida?
Oh yeah. Are you okay? Actually, that's
I mean,
weird
it's just
because we had another listener. Like we don't
Last
have
year, right?
we don't have many listeners.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Lightning Rush, who's also from like Jacksonville,
Yeah, I think so.
Florida. So we're big in Florida.
Oh,
Floridians love us.
as
But
long
yeah,
as we're
stay
big
safe,
somewhere.
and hopefully everything went
Yeah.
was going well. What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Indy or Jets? Who will be the worst team
That's funny you
in
mentioned
the
that.
NFL?
Oh,
Go!
The Jets.
Really?
Yeah. So here's the thing: Indianapolis is going to get Andrew Luck back, and I feel like they're not going to turn around completely, but they're going to win more than 4 games. The Jets aren't going to win more than 4 games.
Well, here's the thing about Indy is like when he comes back, you're already 0-5, 0-4,
Yeah.
and then you can't come. You're not going to be able to come back for that, and definitely they're not going to be in the playoffs. But that's a good point. I like that.
Oh, hey, thanks, Emily. My
Nice.
next question is: this Marvin Lewis? Is this Marvin Lewis's last year with the Bengals?
Marvin Lewis. Oh, I think it's too early to tell, but yes.
I like your answer too. They got shut out. They got shut out on an opener. Like they're
But go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, but dude, they haven't won a playoff game under him. Everybody keeps talking about how he might be on the hot seat, and then Cincinnati's like, oh no, that's not true.
Yeah.
I think he's on the hot seat.
I think he's on the hot
And
seat.
I think
for sure.
this is his last year as a head coach for Cincinnati.
Quick little add in here. I do think that that last game might have been a little bit deceiving because Baltimore is kind of a mystery team. For me.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that a little bit in the
We
game.
will
Though,
later, yeah.
Where Emily is just dinging us to hell.
I like it. Quick hits. Thielen, Diggs in contention for best wide receiver duo in the NFL.
No,
And why not?
because Thielen and Diggs will do what. Well, not Thielen. Thielen's consistent. Thielen came on last year and was solid, but Diggs, Diggs is inconsistent. Your best wide receiver matchups in the NFL are like Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree. Like that's a really good twofer. You might even see the resurgence of Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson this year, but I think right now it's too early to say Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen.
Rebuttal. Nope, you're a bitch.
Okay. You can't just use the bell to your own will.
I didn't. She read
Timing
it.
did line up.
I knew it. It was in the head. It was in the head.
Oh, hey, Bill just helping himself with my
It's William, everyone. It's Bill the cat.
not to keep going with coaches, but does Chuck Pagano even make it halfway through the season as the Colts head coach?
Ooh, yes, because as you said, Andrew Luck will be back, and they'll probably win a couple games here and there. But I do think that they'll at least end the season with Pagano being the coach, even though he's so stupid.
I don't. So like,
stupid.
I'm torn on that question because I was writing that question thinking the same thing. Because like, yes, Andrew Luck coming back could turn it all around. But the other day he said they played the 49ers and they played the Rams. So like, I don't think he's long for this season.
I think he's just flustered as hell, and he doesn't figure out what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on.
I don't think he'll make it all season.
I could see that too. What is our time anyway? Like, what's the time that you're?
I don't know. I'm just having
30
class.
No, that's good. This is my last one.
That's a shame.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna go ape.
We're all beautiful mind on it.
Best spot for Kaepernick: Indy, Houston, Jets, or Denver. I threw in there.
Ooh, the Jets. Houston's got Deshaun Watson. It sounds like they're going to stick with him.
But he got injured.
Yeah. Indianapolis has got Jacoby Brissett. I know. But Denver seems pretty stuck with Trevor Siemian
Yeah.
and Brock Osweiler, and the Jets was the only other team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You answered all of them. I think probably yes, Jets, but to me, Indianapolis is a very intriguing pick because Andrew Luck is injured a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and and Brissett is in there, yeah, but he's kind of unproven. He won like 1 or 2 games or whatever, or 1 game actually, and then he's a solid player. He's better than any of their quarterbacks.
I
Any
know.
of those quarterbacks.
I think Kaepernick would make a good addition to the Colts as well.
He's literally better than every single player, quarterback that's on any of those teams.
Snorlax Plays Game says, let me say something that I don't like Tom Brady. Now, a lot of people do like Tom Brady, but I'm glad you mentioned that because I've got a Tom Brady question.
Oh, wow.
Actually, nope, it's just a Tom Brady question that I'm going to ask. No.
What?
Sorry, are the Chiefs the best team in the AFC?
The whole AFC?
Yes.
Well, to beat the best, you have to be the best. You have to beat the best. They say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fudge crackers.
He's taking a lot of time.
Yes.
Yes?
Like I said, to be the best, you have to beat the best. And they just beat the best. So yeah, I'll say yes.
No, I think I agree right now. Like, The Patriots, I think, did the best that they could against the Chiefs. The Chiefs just beat them. The only team that I would be like that I could say could give them a run is Oakland. But the Chiefs' defense is better than Oakland's defense, and that's where they and Alex Smith. Oh my goodness, was playing crazy.
He was playing Sam Bradford-esque. They were on the same level. Let's not deny that.
Here's my Tom Brady question:
Okay.
Did we all overhype Tom Brady this offseason?
Probably.
Is that why we all expected him to do much better? Like he had no completion. Sorry, he had 16 completions on 36 attempts. He only had no touchdowns. I don't even think he broke 200 yards.
I think we overhyped the Patriots in general, but how could you not with what was going on
Truth.
with how they were improving their defense? And they're improving their offense, I mean, and they never improved their offense in the offseason. Now, you can't just go ahead and tell me that the loss of Julian Edelman is going to break them down as much as we saw. That's ridiculous.
They did lose. They lost Malcolm Mitchell to an injury, and someone else got injured. I thought
Isn't Malcolm Mitchell a cornerback?
wide receiver
What was the cornerback that
Malcolm.
Well, Butler, but
Butler.
that's not who I'm talking about. They had another. Anyway.
I don't know. We got dinged.
Anyway, he's still the GOAT. Even if he has a horrible year this year and next year and retires down, I still say he's the greatest quarterback of all.
I agree. Next question. Sean McVay and Wade Phillips. Are they just friggin' miracle workers, or are the Colts just that bad?
I can't.
I can't either.
You
But
can't say
that defense looked really good.
It did, but the Colts, Tolzien.
I know.
2 pick sixes of Tolzien. It's like he was.
But the offense was
He's
clicking too. Goff had like 3 touchdowns.
No, that's true, and that is true too. But I just think that's why I think that Indy is in contention for being the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because
And
even if Andrew Luck comes back and he's great, I think that they're missing Vontae Davis, right? I think they just suck. I think they're just horrible.
I think the Colts are so far past being good. Like it's gonna be a while before they dig themselves out. You know,
Well,
before they're good again, I don't think Andrew Luck will be around.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I'm gonna be talking about that game too a little bit later.
Yeah. And my last question that I had: Jaguars defense good, or is Houston's offense just that bad?
Houston's offense is horrible.
Yeah.
The only person that they have that's worth anything is, I guess you could say Lamar Miller, but DeAndre Hopkins is who I was going with.
Yeah.
And Tom Savage, I don't know what the hell you're thinking.
Well, that game was
With Tom
ugly.
Savage.
He had 6. It was sacked 6 times, wasn't he?
And their offensive line sucks. I mean, they're like, well, let's throw Watson in there. Watson's not going to be better than Tom Savage. You needed Cap, you idiots.
So-
And that's what it seemed like. All these quarterback problems that are happening around the league, and Cap is just sitting out there.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys are so freaking stupid.
Yeah. So we were talking about this on. Jesse and I were texting over halftime of that. We're like, do they put Deshaun Watson in? I figured you put Deshaun Watson in because
Yeah.
that offensive line
You
wasn't
did.
holding up, and you
You
needed a
called it.
mobile quarterback.
You called it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm like, nah, they probably won't do that. But Bill O'Brien did that with Ryan Mallett too, like Brian Hoyer
Mm-hmm.
in like 2015 or something.
Now that you mention it, Bill O'Brien, does he get fired at the end of the season? I think he gets fired at the end of the
Yep.
season. I think he lasts the whole season, but I think he gets fired at the end of the season.
Yep. I think he gets fired.
Asked a question.
He did. Do you play Madden? Or they did, sorry. Do you play Madden NFL 17? We are just starting a league.
But
Online franchise.
Madden 18, right?
Is it 18?
Which one's the? We just had Madden 17.
Well, we're starting to play the new one now.
Yeah,
The Tom Brady edition.
yeah. That was
Like,
fun.
yeah,
I like this little rapid fire thing.
That was neat.
We should try to do that every week.
See,
Like just reactions from the week's games.
I think we should.
We're trying to change up our format.
But
a
yeah,
little
changing
bit.
up the format a little bit because we were just droning on too much about, or Nick was droning on too much about the games all the time, and everyone was sick about
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So instead, we decided to each pick 4 games, one including obviously the greatest game of the week, the Highlights Giants, and
yeah,
then,
and the
the mediocre
game of the
game.
week, which is the more than
Nope.
that one that he said Minnesota New Orleans.
yeah. So what game should we start with? Should we start with Chiefs Patriots?
Sure. That's the earliest one.
Yeah, that's why I kind of
Thursday. Nick picked this one.
I did. I wanted to talk about this one just because how insanely good the Chiefs look. So when the game started, everybody we thought so, and the commentators thought because the Patriots orchestrated a great drive down the field, scored a touchdown. We're like, oh, this game's
there
over.
it is.
Like
That's what
everybody
we
was
expected.
talking about how much of a beatdown it was going to be, and then it just completely switched, and it was like, honestly, by the time we got to the end, it just seemed like the Chiefs were toying with everybody for a long time. Alex Smith, it was the best Alex Smith has looked as a starting quarterback.
When you can kind of see it coming, although it was like the big question mark I feel like with that game was Spencer Ware went down, he's the starter. What are you gonna do? And you have Kareem Hunt, unproven, but although they've been talking him up and everything, and before I honestly had been saying that people were like, "Oh no, Spencer Ware's down." I'm like, who cares? They have Kareem Hunt. And I didn't. I was just talking or whatever because we didn't really know what was gonna happen. But he freaking exploded.
Yeah, he had 246 total yards. It was amazing.
It was probably one of the greatest rookie debut performances of all time.
So he carried 17 times for 148 yards with a touchdown. And then he was heavily involved in the passing game. But seriously, Alex Smith, 28 completions on 35 attempts, 4 touchdowns and 368 yards.
Yeah.
So if he continues to play like that all season, how do you keep listening to fans who want Patrick Mahomes to start?
Well, here's the thing: nobody will want that if he keeps playing this way.
Alex Smith was playing. He was
playing balls out.
It was the best game I've ever seen of Alex Smith's. And that might sound crazy, but he was taking chances. He was going down deep. Tyreek Hill was tearing it up.
I can't help but come back to this a little bit. But him and Sam Bradford, at least the checkdowns and little throws like this, and both of them for these 2 games, just went for it.
Yeah,
went crazy. Bradford's had 10.8 yards per attempt.
Yeah, dude, I was almost Bradford every time he was throwing to Thielen on the sideline. Thielen was grabbing it.
Thielen was.
I completely get why
we'll get into it.
Sign him under an extension.
We'll get into it, but
I just thought this game was just solid. I was when I was watching this game, it ended up getting kind of late, and I was tired, so I went to bed. But I was watching on my phone, and then the Chiefs scored that other touchdown to go up, two touchdowns on them, and I just looked over. I'm like, well, this game's over.
It was a great first game to the season.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be like the Patriots are coming out and they're putting up the banner and they're gonna and it was dead silence in that stadium. It was amazing. Because even though I think Tom Brady is great, I don't necessarily like the Patriots.
Yeah, and I don't want them to win.
I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah, I like Tom Brady, but I don't want them to win.
Here's the thing, too. Are you guys giving your ultimate team? Are we giving our ultimate team away?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. How do you give your ultimate team away? I don't know that was a function.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you know the Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah, I don't ever play that.
I did play it, but I played it for the last month that game was out, so I don't really have a good team. But anyway, continue.
Oh, no, I'm good. That's pretty much it.
You want me to go? Okay. Oh. Detroit 35, Arizona 23. I basically only wanted to talk this game because I wanted to talk about how effed the Cardinals are without David Johnson.
Yeah.
Basically, their entire offense last year was David Johnson, and now they don't have him. And Palmer looked. Apparently, Palmer's been taking a lot of rest days.
Yeah.
And people have been being like, oh, whatever. And they're like, well, they're taking rest days because, he's old. But what ended up happening is he just looked super rusty. 27 of 48, 269 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
At halftime, Arians said he just needs to stop overthrowing guys.
So
he said that to the reporter for the TV station at halftime.
I was gonna move. I don't know why.
I don't really know what to say about David Johnson either because he really didn't look that great anyway.
No.
He fumbled twice, and he
But
lost one of those fumbles, and he had 23 yards rushing, but he was still the top. Wait, I think he was still the top wide receiver for yards with 68.
Jeez. I don't know. I kept seeing all this offseason stuff that Carson Palmer was gonna have a bounce back year. I think he's just continuing to get worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Carson Palmer just hasn't ever really been the same since he blew out his knee or whatever.
A couple years back,
with
right?
The Bengals. No, like
Oh.
way like years ago.
You think he hasn't been the same since then?
Yeah, I don't know. Amir Abdullah, they are very much so trying to make him like they want him to be good so bad.
I know.
But
I want him to be good so bad. I
but
have him
he
on a
didn't-
fantasy team.
But he didn't do anything. And you got me hyped up on him being good in fantasy, and now I'm a little bit pissed at you about it.
I'm not.
Because you and I were fighting about like who was going to get him. And
I'm
now
not super. He's the starter. I figured.
He had 15 touches for 30 yards.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be like a committee between Abdullah, this Dwayne Washington, and Theo Riddick.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like Le'Veon Bell numbers.
yeah, Le'Veon Bell
He had bad games
did
too.
bad. That was an anomaly.
That's why you don't sit out on. That's why you don't sit out on training camp and preseason, guys.
Yeah, bro. Look what happened to Carson Palmer, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But Antonio Brown had 182 yards. That was pretty sweet.
Stafford looked like garbage until he didn't, and then threw 4
Oh,
touchdowns.
hey, what's that? Oh, once again, the Lions come back from being
Another
down in the fourth
fourth,
quarter
yeah.
to win a game on the arm of Stafford.
That's why I don't think. That's honestly why I don't think that they'll ever go far into the playoffs.
29-41, 292 yards and 4 touchdowns. They have no running game,
Yeah,
but they're just like, yeah, screw it, we don't throw it.
that's why he's
like
such a
the
good
Packers.
quarterback to have in fantasy.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like the Packers of every single year. Oh, my last note is Kenny Galladay is a fantastic sleeper, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Fantasy. Also, Kerwin Williams might be a clear pickup, or they might sign Chris Johnson to replace David Johnson.
they did.
Oh, they did do it.
Yeah, they did sign Chris Johnson today. So it's going to be a full-blown running back by committee with Andre Ellington as well.
I thought Andre Ellington left and went somewhere else.
No, they were converting him to wide receiver,
Oh,
but they moved him back to running back.
that's what happened. Okay, go.
I want to talk about the Washington-Philadelphia game.
Oh, an
Eagles,
NFC
Redskins.
East.
Yeah, the Redskins looked really bad, and the Eagles looked okay, but Wentz had flashes of looking awesome.
What happened to Fat Rob, bro?
He didn't do anything, bro. He rushed. He
What
ran.
happened
10,
to Fat Rob, bro?
he had 10 attempts for 30 yards. He averaged 3 yards a carry.
I'm telling you one thing, man. Running backs are few and far between fantasy-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even starters don't get jacked. At least this first week,
Zeke did.
so did Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins did not look good. He had an interception. I think he had a pick 6 and a fumble for a touchdown. He just didn't look good.
He's tanking.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think. I honestly think he is. He looked
He's
lost.
getting paid so much money.
Mm-hmm. Ball in your throat.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't
Sound
think
like
catch it. That's good.
Carson Wentz honestly had some really good escape plays and then throws to
Well,
Nelson
Carson Wentz, he
Aguilar.
looked money. I mean, and that's the thing about Carson Wentz. He was a rookie
Yeah.
last year, and he's just going to get better,
Yeah.
I think.
I hope not.
Yeah, I know you hope.
Alshon
but
Jeffrey was kind of non-existent.
But he got a touchdown.
But you know what? It kind of looks like Nelson Aguilar is a preferred target.
Nelson Aguilar was impressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, so if
Squeezer.
he's out there, he might be a good squeezer.
I have a list of squeezers, do you?
No.
Oh, you
Zach Ertz had 8 receptions he was targeted 8 times, caught all 8, 93 yards.
Did you know that one of the ESPN leagues I'm in is called My Ball Zach Ertz?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. As Jesse, you texted me. Apparently, LeGarrette Blount doesn't care about preseason
Nope.
because he looks fine in regular season.
Like Garrett Blunt, he's like, well, screw it. Looks like the lights are on. Let's go. Weird. It was weird. I don't know if he's going to keep that up, but
I don't either.
it certainly looked good.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I thought it was interesting that like two of the 4 NFC East teams played really well this weekend, and they were all matchups.
Well,
Like the Eagles and the Cowboys played really well. The Giants and the Redskins did not.
well, here's something weird though. Like you say that, and I'm going to talk about the Green Bay game as well, and I talked about Detroit.
Well, we can move on to that.
NFC North looked fantastic this weekend.
Yeah, every team.
Like, the Bears didn't win.
The
but
Bears
they
didn't
still
look. They didn't look fantastic, but they looked surprising.
They were surprisingly well put together, and they didn't really lose by that much. I mean,
No,
it was
against
a
the team that
close
was in
game.
the Super Bowl
The
last year.
Falcons, yeah, they put up a freaking fight. That Tariq Cohen, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about Green Bay, Seattle. I'll just move into that, even though it's not my next one on the list.
Sounds good.
Whatever. God. Once again, wait a second. Is Green Bay good or is Seattle bad?
I think
couldn't-
Seattle's bad.
Seattle's offense looked horrible.
Bad.
They
It
have
was
no
really
running
bad.
game.
Nope. Russell Wilson looked bad.
whatsoever.
They don't have
Russell
a wide. They don't really have a wide receiver. Like Doug Baldwin isn't.
No.
Isn't.
I have never liked Doug.
I don't think
Baldwin.
he's a true number one.
No, I don't think so either. Like, and maybe he'll blow up, maybe, but I don't. He actually. It sounded like an accident. And it looked like an
It's a little
accident.
bit of a shift.
Yeah, it's like Nick just shat himself.
I got to see my facial reaction.
Hopefully, oh man, I hope that got picked up on the mics.
Me too.
But let's see. I have Wilson's numbers here: 158 yards, 3 sacks for a loss of 23 yards, and the whole team rushed for 90 yards.
Jeez.
I mean, that's horrible. And he's like, let's look at the running back numbers, shall we? Chris Carson, the rookie, had 39 yards, while Procise had 11, and Eddie Lacy had 3.
Yeah, feast mode looks bad.
Yeah. Well, one thing I should say, I give credit to Mike Daniels in the middle for Green Bay.
Green Bay's
He was a
defense looked
beast.
good. Like Green Bay's defense looked good, but I really think so. I think Seattle's defense looked good, but their offense looked really bad. And I
Yeah.
feel like
right, no. Like Seattle sacked Rodgers 4 times and picked him off once, which was a pick 6, but they called it back for some penalty. Their defense was money just as per usual. So
Mhm.
you're gonna start seeing that. I think it happened last year too. Like the rift in the locker room between the defense,
Yeah.
Seattle's defense and offense.
that
Like,
happened with Denver last year. Did you catch it?
No, probably not. But yeah, and it also seems as if Rodgers might be a little bit dinged up already.
Yeah, he was
kept
grabbing
going.
his foot and ankle. Yeah.
Because they always do these weird close-ups of.
Everybody
Of
loves Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers
man.
Oh yeah, I was super happy to go back into the old Aaron Rodgers jerk-off fest by the
Yes.
announcers.
Yeah, that and then I saw a commercial last night.
The dog.
Yes. They make it so you can't hate Aaron Rodgers.
Did you see that? Did you see what I said? I was wondering if I was watching the same thing as you were, because I sent you a text saying he's definitely doing that dog, and it was in regards to that commercial. I don't know. If
Oh,
you
I
picked
don't
that
think
up
I
or
picked
not.
up on that.
You said yeah, but like I had just because I was streaming off the ESPN app, and you were probably on PlayStation.
I thought
Video.
you were talking about I thought the guy said something and was like,
No,
oh yeah, they're
it's-
definitely doing that.
No.
dog.
It was no. It was the first time I saw that Aaron Rodgers commercial. Like he's definitely doing that dog. It's like an Office.
What's
Space
that? Oh
thing.
yeah,
Office-
there.
It's holding the dog and he does his finger up his ass. Oh, he's definitely doing it. Oh, by the way, he's definitely doing that dog.
Oh, fantastic. Anyway,
You're up,
I wanted to talk about the Ravens and Bengals because the Bengals are a team that's stacked. Like the only team, so they were missing Vontaze Burfict and Adam Jones, and they lost 20-0. Apparently, without those two players, they can't do anything on defense. Flacco picked them apart.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't get Baltimore.
Well, not really. I guess Flacco was 9 of 17 for 121, a touchdown and interception.
121.
So it was their defense that won them the game.
I don't get. There's a funny article that I did not read. Well, I mean, I don't know if it was funny, but the headline was funny, I should say. It said, Terrell Suggs has Benjamin Button syndrome. Here's why. And I didn't read it. I just thought it was hilarious. But I assume it meant that the older he gets, the better he is.
Yeah.
But, like, we talked about this a little bit when we were doing preseason games. Baltimore was murdering people
I know.
in preseason.
So, like, it's kind of weird. It's scary because they keep losing top players, and they're still beating these teams. Like, on paper, the Bengals should not have lost that game. They're stacked, but Andy Dalton had 5 turnovers in this game.
And Baltimore doesn't, on paper, doesn't seem like they should be good at all.
No.
They should be, like, bottom of the barrel.
I don't get it.
Even in power rankings, they're way high.
Terrence West and Buck Allen.
Yeah, I mean, they're like top 10 in a lot of power rankings.
That's I can't blame them.
I mean,
like,
they're the people who make those things are like pros or whatever, and we're not. But I mean, maybe it's just that we didn't pay attention to it,
I don't know.
and they have. I don't know.
I think it's all defense.
I mean, C.J. Mosley, Terrell Suggs,
Mosley's good.
What is it, Ladarius Webb? The
Yeah.
corner?
But didn't he just get injured?
They had what's his face? Who used to be a Chargers safety, white dude.
Eric Weddle?
I can say that I'm white. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think this team's going to be a sneaky one.
Dark horse.
Yeah. That division's kind of going to be a toss-up between the Steelers, the Bengals, and the
I
Ravens.
still do think it's what?
And the Ravens.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
Browns even held their own against the
They
Steelers.
did. And that was impressive to me. All right, I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, dog. Let's do it.
Indy, did you ring the bell?
No, she didn't. She's slacking.
No. I thought she did like a long time ago.
No, you guys still had 35 seconds.
We still had 35 seconds.
Indianapolis 9, Los Angeles Rams 46. I wanted to talk about this because it's a very intriguing game. Are the Colts that bad? Are the Rams that good?
I don't know.
They scored 46.
I know.
points.
I know.
I
Goff
mean,
looked good.
like even if you're
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp,
But the Rams defense.
Cooper Kupp,
Like
Cooper Kupp.
you just watch the Rams defense, and I just wanted to text Jeremy every once in a while. I'd be like, "You missed Wade Phillips yet for the Broncos?" Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
because holy crap!
So here's I had something about that.
I've always liked Wade Phillips as a defensive coach.
Well, you had him for a while, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, as head coach.
He's a bad head coach, but a good
Still
defense.
impressive. Here's the other thing that should blow your mind about this defense. Wade Phillips put this all together and did it all without their top defensive player, Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Didn't play, is going to play week 2, so
Yeah.
this might be a scary good defense.
Yeah.
Of course, they played Scott Tolzien and
Yeah.
and
Who do they play this week?
I don't. Oh, I have it here. Just don't. Stop yelling.
I'm sorry.
You're yelling again. Oh, Arizona. So we won't know probably
No, we
until.
still won't know.
Wait. Arizona plays Indianapolis. That's not what you were asking. was it?
No, the Rams.
Washington.
I mean, it'll be a decent test for
It'll
Washington.
be better. It'll be a better
Oh,
test
it's Sean McVay against his old team.
than it's a grudge match. Oh, well, he'll know how to pick them apart then,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's gonna. Wait, who did I pick for that game?
I don't
The
know.
Rams. I knew it the whole time. I picked them before I even knew that Sean McVay was going back to his old team. So here we go. I actually wrote, Indy made the Rams D look like friggin' gods out there. 2 pick sixes, 4 sacks and a safety via fumble. So, I mean, we can't put it all on
They got me 40 fantasy points.
LA Rams. Yeah, you can't put it all on the LA Rams offense. I mean, definitely the defense was
What was
killing
Goff's
it.
numbers?
Do I have that? Well, I have a couple of things. He spread it around and had there was 4 different wide receivers that had over 50 yards, so he had at least 200 yards. He's freaking smoked Cooper Kupp. He had 4 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown. But even everything was going wrong for Indy, like absolutely everything. Even Adam Vinatieri missed a field goal and he missed an extra point.
Whoa!
Yeah, Adam freaking Vinatieri. So maybe Vinatieri's
Oh
even
wow!
going
So
out.
Goff was 21 of 29 for 306 yards and a touchdown.
Wow, that was
Not bad.
That's good, but only 1 touchdown, and they had 40-some points
Gurley though, 19 rushes for 40 yards.
and a touchdown.
Still though, that was a nice touchdown.
I mean, that's not. I mean, I hope he gets better, but yeah. Okay, you're up, and this is.
This is the Cowboys and Giants game. The Cowboys did it. That's why Tony was here. Apparently, without Odell Beckham Jr., the Giants can't do anything.
No, they're horrible.
Either that or the Cowboys' defense is surprisingly good.
No,
They looked good.
I think the Cowboys.
The Cowboys' defense.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
But maybe yeah.
Jalen Smith and Sean Lee. Holy crap! I like watching those two together.
That
Because
is a good combination.
they were jumping out of nowhere and like dragging these players down without any issue. Like, oh, it's just exciting.
You don't really know what you have in Jalen Smith just because of the injury, but
Yeah.
like he was great. He was like almost top overall pick.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Great.
top 5 pick.
Yeah, if not top 5. Yeah,
Mhm.
right. And you know they just took a chance on him, and it was a good chance. I mean,
There's it was just a good game. Eli Manning at halftime had 33 yards passing.
Eli Manning without Odell. I mean, you
He's
could
still
have
got the weapons. He's got Sterling Shepard and Brandon Marshall.
Sterling Shepard did all he could.
Brandon Marshall only got the ball once.
You know what? I feel like there's a very big lack of good offensive lines in the NFL
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. Like you have one.
Yeah.
Ours is way like probably the best of all time.
Titans have one. Oakland's is getting
Oakland
in there.
is good. Ravens I think have one. Like Osemele's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yanda I think is still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like defenses are really starting to pick up against the offensive lines.
Jason Witten became the all-time leading receiver for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Surpassed
awesome.
Michael Irvin, and he got a touchdown in the game. It was just a good win. It was a good victory. Zeke played really well. Dak played really well. No turnovers. It's pretty much all you can ask for.
Keeping up from last year.
Yeah. It was a good game, man.
Are you?
I'm a little concerned about the Cowboys in the red zone. We made it to the red zone a lot. We just couldn't do anything. We had to kick field goals. But again, the Giants' defense is one of the best in the league.
No, yeah, the Giants' defense, especially the defensive ends, are pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
The secondary is pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
Or was, I don't know. Yeah, you know, freaking Landon Collins, Jenkins, JPP, and who's on the other end? I can't remember.
Vernon.
Olivier Vernon, yep. Yeah, they have a good defense.
Yeah, man. That was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, dog.
All right. Well, the last game is Minnesota 29, New Orleans 19. Game of the week. We talked about this a little bit already. Sam Bradford had probably the best game of his entire career.
I would agree.
It was definitely the best. Okay.
Got some kids crying in the background.
Yep. I paused it.
Okay.
Hey, don't go anywhere. It's Harper.
Just got to take care of kid business. See him on the monitor. Nice job.
All right.
I wonder how the
Dad
reviews.
mode off.
I wonder how the reviews were for Rex Ryan and that one chick.
Uh,
I thought he was annoying.
I felt like I couldn't listen to either one of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Hey, we were back and no, we weren't. I wasn't gone at all.
Nope.
So basically, I had kind of a good feeling about Sam Bradford this year because Pat Shurmur, his best year he ever had prior to being in the Vikings was when Pat Shurmur was his offensive coordinator. And now they're back together again, and they've had time because Pat Shurmur's had like last year. They both had time in the Vikings system, and you know he's like Bradford's like I'm the starting quarterback. Pat Shurmur's like I'm the offensive coordinator. At all off season, they did everything together, and now I feel like I mean I'm not trying to be too optimistic about it, but it's kind of hard not to. But this happened also last year at the beginning of the season.
I think it helps.
Cautiously optimistic, I believe, is the term that I'm going to be using. For
I think it helps because like it's kind of like Sam Bradford last year was like his rookie season with the Vikings because he had to learn the playbook in a week or two.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a true rookie season. It
Yeah.
was just like there, go
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, he didn't really So now he had all last season, he's had all off season. So now he knows his weapons. He knows what Diggs can do. He knows what Thielen can do, and he knows what Dalvin Cook can do. And he's got a healthy young running back who clearly they're going to give the ball to as much as humanly possible.
Right.
Like they were throwing him the ball, they were handing it off.
Yeah, and they were praising his pass catching skills, and he like bobbled and dropped like two of them. And one of those, if he would have caught it, he would have busted a huge run.
Dude, that first half, I thought McKinnon looked better than Cook. Like McKinnon looked quick and elusive.
Right, but like
This is good. What's she saying?
yeah, I gotta go potty. In a very, very whiny voice.
She actually has to go potty.
But I can't ignore it
It's true.
because last thing I want is to do something with it.
Kids are the worst. Kids are the worst. Chris is ragging on me because Chris just said if Sam did pick up McDonald's, they no longer sell High C. They replaced it with Fanta. And then I go, oh geez, Chris. And he goes, you want to be accurate.
I'm putting 1 minute on the clock when he gets back. He's got 1 minute to finish his thought.
I get no kicks from champagne. Ooh. Pure alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why is it true that I get a belt out of you.
What? Are those actually the words?
What?
Are those actually the words?
I think so.
Oh, it's going to bed. You can narrate.
Nah. Hey, everybody got elected and stuff passed
Hey, cool.
because we voted. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
You alright?
He's singing a little doo-wop.
You've got 1 minute on the clock to finish your thought.
What was I talking about?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Ooh, I wonder if we can do the rest of the podcast this way.
All right, so
1 minute starting now.
Dalvin Cook broke the record for a rookie running back debut for the Vikings. AP previously had it for 107. Dalvin Cook had had 127 yards, which was amazing to me because it seemed like he wasn't doing much, but all of a sudden he had like
I know!
100 yards.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I didn't think he was doing anything.
But you know who else used to do that? AP. I used to do that every game in AP. I was like, oh, he's having an all right game. And they're like, oh, he just broke 100 yards. And I'm like, oh, what? That's crazy. The only thing else that I'll say, this was a revenge match. I feel like I'd be amiss if I didn't talk about that. AP was shown. AP had what do you say? Six carries for 18 yards, and he was shown yelling at Sean Payton on the sidelines. What were you saying? Turn up the donkey?
So apparently he tweeted out saying that he was yelling at his coach, "We need to run it up the donkey."
Run it up with a donkey.
I don't know what that means.
Apparently, run it more.
Anyway,
Anyway, Sean Payton hasn't having it. So it was kind of a fizzle out return for AP. And, you know, I'm saluting him tonight with my Vikings jersey. And it wasn't probably what he wanted it to be or expected it to be, but that's what it was. And
His
he better
first
get used
run-
to his role in New Orleans because that's what's going to be, dog.
you know, though, man, his first run, like when he hit those players and he just kind of kept
Kept
running with
going,
them,
it
I
was
was
like
like,
a 9
oh,
yards.
what's going to be it? And then they just stopped using him.
Yeah. So maybe, although Sean Payton did do a lot of weird things.
Alvin
Like, we
Kamara
scored-
out-touched both Ingram and Peterson.
We scored 3 points at the end of the half because this is my final thought, by the way. We scored 3 points at the end of the half because Sean Payton kept calling timeouts because he thought they were going to get the ball back, and we just marched it down the field and kicked a field goal for 3 points to go in at halftime. Like, he gave us extra time.
Oh, buddy. I think he might be seeing his last.
I think it's been that way for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like this could be it, though. Like, if they're really bad again now,
No, I agree.
like, I think that'll be it.
I agree. All right, let's quick do some squeezers. Is
Oh.
that what?
Okay.
What?
Well, we've also got, like, two fantasy questions to get through. Or
Okay.
three.
Let's just do the squeezer. Is that juice worth the squeeze? All right. Quarterbacks. I have Alex Smith. I have Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, yeah.
It's week one, but based on week one. And by the way, these are in our league. These are people who are out there. I have the Rams defense. They're going against, what did I say, Washington?
Oh, yeah, Washington. That's tough. I think anybody playing the Colts defense. Anybody who's playing the Colts. Any defense playing the Colts.
Kickers, Giorgio Telvecchio from Oakland. Let's see, running backs. I put in Kerwin Williams, or you could slash Chris Johnson for the Cardinals. I wouldn't say probably. I would say probably Kerwin Williams before Johnson. Tariq Cohen for the Bears. Kenny Galladay, if he's still out there, which he is on ours.
Yeah.
Jesse James, the tight end for Pittsburgh. Nelson Aguilar. And Robbie Anderson, baby!
You're still on the Robbie Anderson kick?
boy! It's Robbie!
He didn't do anything.
Robbie Anderson,
Don't-
baby!
Don't sign anybody from the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if you've got Bilal Powell or Matt Forte, you shouldn't even play them.
Oh, no. Oh, but really, there's one guy from the Jets. I was trying to think of his name. Robbie Anderson, baby! Oh, yeah! Bitch!
Oh, well, I guess I can't argue with that.
All right, let's do questions.
We had a question from Emily of who to play at tight end. Jason Witten against the Denver Broncos or Travis Kelce against whoever the Chiefs are playing.
Chiefs are playing. Why can't I find it?
I'm like, I know.
Why can't I find it? It's
Can't
right
see
here
it.
on my screen.
The Eagles. Ooh, two tough matchups, but I would go Travis Kelce.
I would go Kelce as well.
So like Jason Witten, Jason Witten's gonna get you probably at least 5 points, maybe.
Yeah, 3, maybe. I feel like Jason Witten on a normal game would get you like 5-ish.
He's touchdown dependent. for
But
him.
if he plays against a tough defense, I think it might be more like 3.
Yeah,
I would go Kelce.
I would go Travis Kelce
Kelsey's
too.
more of a target. I should just say that. Like he'll probably get more targets. But yeah, and what's the second question, please? Is it Bobby's?
Yes. I gotta find it.
It was
I just got asked another question though, like while podcasting.
okay. Do that one.
50 seconds per question. Go.
But we
Here's
don't have a
Bob's question. After watching Babyface Bradford torch the truffle-hunting swamp donkeys, formerly known as the Saints, by making 9 of his 27 completed passes to the 5-star man and homegrown Minnesota boy, Adam Thielen, should
Yeah.
Thielen be considered potential wide receiver 2 started in fantasy leagues?
Yes. I feel like okay, so in leagues that we had, in at least one of my leagues, neither Diggs nor Thielen got picked up. And I feel like that's kind of a shame on both accounts. But I think a little bit more so Thielen.
Mm-hmm.
Because Thielen, he was just wide open constantly.
Yeah.
And like whenever he caught the ball, there was nobody around him.
So I think if people start playing Stephon Diggs right, then yes, Thielen will be another one. It's tough to say. It's with just the week 1 sample size. It's tough to say.
No, but I do think that like, last thought. This is why I brought up the duo, best wide receiver duo, because you cover up Diggs, Thielen's still out there and he's running routes like crazy.
I just
You
don't
cover
think
up
that the best.
If everyone's like, maybe we should start, like covering Thielen, then Diggs is wide open.
I
And it's Diggs.
I just keep thinking about how Diggs kind of just disappeared last year.
But he didn't because they both had almost 1,000 yards, both of them, and that's a tough thing to do. Like they were both just under 1,000 yards, and mostly you get one wide receiver on your team with 1,000 yards,
Yeah.
and then you get one that's like in
I
the
don't know.
700.
I think it'll be curious. I think I see him as a flex right now. I want to see what he does this week before I say as a starter in my lineup.
I get you, but according to the end of last year and the beginning of this year, it's tough to keep him out of your lineup.
So I got a message from my buddy Chris. I think he got offered a trade Demaryius Thomas for Carlos Hyde.
Do it.
I would probably.
Wait. He has Hyde?
I don't know. I can't get a good read on it.
Don't give up Hyde.
He
For
would
Demaryius
trade.
Thomas.
He would trade Demaryius Thomas for Carlos Hyde.
He would get Carlos Hyde.
I believe so.
I would do that trade. Although Simeon's looked good, but I feel like Simeon's gonna be Simeon. And Carlos Hyde is a starting running back.
Yeah. And it's
I don't
hard-
know what Hyde had. What was his stats?
I don't know. It's gonna be tough to trust anybody from the Niners, though.
But it's tough to trust anyone from offensive Denver too.
Yeah.
If you were drafting, let's just say you were drafting in like Demaryius Thomas and Carlos Hyde were right at the top of the list.
Take Carlos Hyde.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
That's what I would do too.
I don't like the trade because I don't like Demaryius Thomas.
I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't put Demaryius Thomas on my team.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what
So
I'm
yeah,
saying.
so then I guess I do like the trade. So I would take Carlos. I just dropped my phone
Yep,
down.
and
the
now
couch.
it's the couch.
The
The
couch
couch needed,
now.
I can hear it. I can hear the couch plinko, which honestly is very familiar to me. Because if you sit in that and like you have shallow pockets and you like lift your legs up, like it'll dump right out of your pocket and down.
Yeah, I heard it
No,
all.
it's not. Don't even worry about
Oh, I feel it. I
it.
got
Yeah,
like,
I know. That's what happens. You're not gonna get it, but did you get it? You got it?
I got it.
Oh, nice.
I got it. Felt like I broke my damn hand.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
wait.
he's got hide, so it was them
Nope.
training Demarius. Yeah, I would reject that.
Reject it. We need to get going. Let's do picks.
Do it.
Houston versus Cincinnati, and this is your Thursday night football blatch.
Rapid fire, 5 seconds.
Cincinnati.
I also
I
have.
think they turn it around. They also get
I also have Cincinnati. Two reasons:
to get Adam Jones back.
the turnaround, and it's Houston.
Yeah.
Cleveland versus Baltimore.
We also didn't do a say what pick of the week.
Oh schniz! I have one. Oh, that's it.
What was it?
Right now, it's the. Say what pick of the week right now.
Say what? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. No. Pick of the week.
All right, Prenus, who you got?
5 seconds, go.
So I want to pick the Rams beating the Redskins, but I don't know if that's a say what pick of the week.
I'll allow it.
Emily's ding allows it too.
I think we need to take that ding bell away from her.
I think it's getting to her head.
She's getting ding happy now.
No, I'm just trying to keep you guys moving.
Well, it's too late now. We're already like an hour and 20 minutes in.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is now at 1:18:37. I am picking the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Bitch. That was kind of a built-in. Say what pick of the week. But I actually have a bit of confidence in this pick. Like, I mean, of course, it's based off of week one, but I feel like, here's one thing. I feel like Le'Veon Bell might have a really good week because I still think we're a little bit weak in our run defense. But I feel like Xavier Rhodes and Antonio Brown is going to be a hell of a matchup to watch.
I thought Rose left with an injury.
He came back.
Okay.
Cleveland, Baltimore. Do you have Baltimore, you said? You're going to pick Cleveland and Baltimore as the dark horse?
So I had thought about Cleveland being my say what pick of the week because like Cleveland looked all right, but I do think Baltimore
But
wins
Baltimore's
this game.
going nuts.
I know.
They're like this weird force.
Yeah,
Like
I
this
think Baltimore
weird, like,
wins this
dark
game.
force.
Could be another tough game though.
Yeah.
Like a good match.
Maybe, hopefully. I hope it is. Chicago, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
I have also Tampa Bay. Although Chicago looked pretty damn good. This is actually a tough pick for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm only picking Tampa Bay because they've had one extra week.
But they are rusty. I feel like
Yeah.
the rust would be bigger than the
Maybe.
rest would be. Because it's like the beginning of the year.
And it is Brian Hoyer against his former team. No, it's not. It's oh God. What's his name? Mike Glennon against his former team. Sorry, man. Quarterbacks all over the place.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think Glennon...
Hoyer's never played for the Bucks, I know.
No, but I don't think Glennon was like, screw you.
No, but he still played for his. It's just still a former team.
Right. Yeah. Minnesota versus Pittsburgh. Minnesota Super Week.
I'm just gonna go opposite of you. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. This is tough. I want to pick Minnesota, but I don't know. I don't know.
Tough.
It is a tough one.
Like, I would, if Minnesota plays to the level that they just played at,
If Bradford,
they are a team,
yeah.
a force to be reckoned
If Bradford keeps it up, then I'd pick
with.
Minnesota.
If that whole team played exactly the way that they just played, then this is a team that's.
But
gonna
they're about to play
rip
a
the
little bit
league
harder
apart.
defense.
Yeah, exactly. And a harder offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
What?
What? New England versus New Orleans.
New England.
Yep, me too. Philadelphia versus KC.
Kansas City.
I also have Kansas City. They're the team to beat.
It'll be a good game, though. I think this is going to be a very good game.
It'll be interesting, especially without Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee versus Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
I had a tough time with this one.
I think Jacksonville will win.
I had a tough
I think
time
we're
with
all
this
going to
one,
be surprised.
but I did pick Tennessee, and partly because I picked Tennessee to take that division.
Yeah.
So I'm still running on Tennessee.
I picked Tennessee to take the division too, but I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen.
Arizona versus the Indianapolis Bolts.
Arizona.
I did too.
Even though this is going to be a
It's like
garbage
it's the
game.
lesser of two evils
I know.
at this point. Buffalo versus Carl. I think it's going to be a good matchup.
I think so too. Like
Buffalo
I kind
is
of want to pick.
surprisingly good.
I know. I kind of want to pick Buffalo, but they don't.
I wanted to pick Buffalo.
I got to
too.
go Carolina though.
I did also pick Carolina.
Like we want to pick these teams, but we're like it's still slightly foolish to pick that team.
I like Buffalo better without Rex Ryan.
Yeah,
Take him out of that team. I'm like, oh, you know
I like
what?
everything
kinda
better
like
without
that
Rex
team.
Ryan.
New York Jetliners versus the Oakland Raidliners.
Raiders. Excuse me. Sorry.
I took the Raiders too because Jets suck. Miami versus the Los Angeles Clippers.
I think Miami's gonna win.
I picked the Clippers, and this was a tough one for me to pick too. But
Yeah.
once again, there was rust
Yeah.
because they haven't played and they don't have as much chemistry. I don't think yet. And the Chargers almost beat the freaking Broncos. So, San Francisco versus Seattle. This is a possible single pick of the week.
It is a possible say what pick of the week because I think both offenses are kind of like same level, but Seattle's defense is well, I mean like the way they've been playing, they're both not good.
I think Seattle's
Seattle's gonna
defense.
win.
I think this defense, is the deciding factor.
Yeah. So what I meant by that, I'm like neither offense is very good, but Seattle's defense is better than San Francisco's defense, and
Right.
San Francisco's gonna be down Reuben Foster.
Right. I mean, yeah.
So I picked
Washington
Seattle.
versus the Los Angeles Rams. This is your say what pick of the week for the Rams, but I just also picked the Rams.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. No one saw that coming. Dallas versus Denver.
Ooh, I wonder who I'm gonna
It's
pick.
tough, but it's tough.
Dallas.
It's tough just because of that D.
Yeah.
I picked Dallas as well, though. Green Bay versus Atlanta. This is your Sunday night football game. No, wait, no.
Where's it at? Is it at Anna? No,
it's in Atlanta.
It's Carrie Underwood. I think Atlanta's gonna win.
Yeah, I put Atlanta as well. I wasn't super impressed with Green Bay's performance,
Yeah.
although I wasn't super impressed with Atlanta's performance either.
But they've got a running game, and they're at home.
Yeah, in a new stadium, no doubt.
Yeah.
They're christening a new stadium. Detroit versus the Giants. Oh, no.
I'm gonna pick the Lions.
I also picked the Lions. And that's the game. That's the game.
I think that's our podcast.
That's the game.
Hey guys, tweet at us at ProFBJuice on Twitter. Hashtag Juice Nation.
You can listen to us on iTunes, on TuneIn Radio, on
Stitcher.
just for
Google Play Music.
Google Play Music.
Email us at profootballjuice@gmail.com.
Why don't you just go ahead and go to that website, www.profootballjuice.com. You'll get all our picks and the podcast, and that's about it on that.
I'd like to thank our special guest, Tony Nomo.
I would like to thank our other guest, Martin.
Oh, I'm always glad to welcome you. No, I got nothing.
Going with
Thank
your
you,
feel,
Emily.
bro. Thanks to bro.
And Arcadian Brewing.
And that will just about
I choose you.
You can see right when his heart breaks. Right?
Awesome. Awesome continuation.
That was like the perfect ending too, because we ended right there.
Holy piss, that was a long podcast.
It was 1:26.
But we never really had a lull.
Here, we lulled a lot.
Oh,
Everyone
I see
lulled.
what you did.
No, see, here's the thing though. Like, we tried to take out the shit, and we ended up adding more shit. We were like, oh, we don't need to. We'll just do the games, not do every game, but do some. But we ended
We
up,
still
it was
did.
longer somehow.
I had fun though.
It's weird. Maybe we should just do the 3-game thing.
Yeah.
But I think what we did, instead of like just doing a little bit on every game, we just did a lot on the focused games.
Yeah.
You guys had a lot of news that you went through.
Yeah. Well, it was just injuries too, and that's the only thing. Like, oh, well, I guess maybe I should shut all this off.
That person just disappeared on us.
Apparently, he did not enjoy that we weren't giving our ultimate teams away.